Sometimes you read the paper and watch the news, and it seems like there's more bad news than good in the world. But you know what? It's just not true.
I at least can hold on to something, that there's something, maybe it's small, but there's something that I'm doing to make a difference.
It's just a feeling that you have. If you can help people, you have to. There's no alternative.
Every child has potential that we just can't know. And so, to my mind, that's what we're doing. We are saving potential for the future.
50 years ago, a group of parents created Becoming Independent in the North Bay area of California. It has emerged as a leader in a powerful new approach to working with people with disabilities. Programs like sheltered workshops deny all of us an opportunity to have an authentic human connection. Their pioneering work represents a massive shift toward a full community engagement model that will change the entire field of human services. You are about to experience what this new inclusive world looks like.
When you come into the space of becoming independent and kind of get a little taste of the fairy dust that kind of lives in this environment, in this atmosphere that's BI, it really elevates everyone's abilities.
Dana's you're going to the dance, right?
Yep.
Josh, you're not going for the show, right?
Whether you're a person receiving services, if you're a volunteer donating your time here, you elevate.
That's the signature Terry.
You understand that you are just a very small piece of a much larger fabric that is phenomenal.
You got everything you need? Okay.
It's that awareness that regardless of what someone's financial background looks like or abilities might be, there's an authentic connection that happens between humans that allows all of those other things to kind of turn gray.
What's up, Damon? It's good to see you, sir. How you doing?
Good, man.
You brought your bag with you.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all ready for work today?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
The mission for Becoming Independent is to provide the support and allow the participants to be as independent as they possibly can, to have the respect, and to be able to make their own choices.
Our core programs are elevating independence, innovative education, and employing abilities.
And it complements the beauty of the vegetable gardens.
Employing abilities is really focused on employment, and it's all stages of employment, starting with workforce development and then landing your customized employment role out in the community, hopefully with a competitive employer that any other community member would have access to.
Do you have kids' clothes?
Yes, in the back or on the sides here.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem.
And we're off like a herd of what?
Turtles.
That's right. Beautiful.
Elevating independence really focuses on allowing folks to live independently out in the community, whether they're still living at home with their family and they really need to start exploring what independent living skills look like. So balancing a checkbook, setting up utilities, going to the bank.
How much is it for?
$9.65.
Very good.
I am Eric Delara Meats. I'm 33 and a half. My mother was at a birthday party. She was doing the dishes, her wire broke. We managed to get to the hospital, and I came out the next morning, and there was a brain bleed and hematoma, a stroke. I've been in a wheelchair ever since I was 3 years old.
In the hospital, they told me that he would probably be, as they put it, a vegetable and never raise his head, that we might think of institutionalizing him. And as you see, he's neither. He came into a family with a lot of support. He was deeply loved. Somewhere along the line we had a meeting, and I asked the social worker, so I said, suppose my husband and I were killed in a car crash today. What would happen to Eric? He said, well, let's see, I guess we'd probably put Eric in a rest home. I said, what?
All you, bud. Just pull up to there and I'll get this together.
He was about 27 when he moved out.
Good man.
Yeah.
Trying to find an apartment for Eric was kind of a challenge because he had a very large wheelchair. The place that he's currently living in, the landlord was very okay with us putting in all the adaptations in his house. The wall protectors, the ceiling lift systems, all the bathroom adaptations. So he's got a great landlord.
What do you think? Want to hold me? I ain't trying the ceiling coming down.
The bed holds up to 600 pounds.
So what are you trying to say?
No, I'm just saying.
My name's Elias Ortiz Jr. I go by Junior because it's easier to pronounce. And my title's a PA, personal assistant. With Eric, I bathe him, help him get dressed. We do community projects like we did today over at hospice. I take him swimming to the 24-hour club.
I kept thinking, will they take good care of him? Will they floss? Will they have him looking nice? Will he be clean? Will he be afraid? Will he be lonely? You know, all these things that I was worried about. But he was fine.
And we've had a lot of good fortune. I mean, having Eric meet Junior, because Junior's like the perfect match. They're interested in sports and old music.
Don't shake it, just go down with it. He loves his hot dogs.
Maybe too much.
I'm grateful for BI for putting us together. I think it was one of the best things that ever happened to me. Yeah.
It gives me confidence that, you know, when we aren't around, that he'll still do well.
All right, good evening, everyone. We want to welcome you to BI's Winter Formal.
I'd love to dance with you, but I probably won't get a chance to. You'll be up on that dance floor.
So we are having our annual Winter Formal. It really gives folks that we serve an opportunity to come together out of a program setting and just be in a peer environment, listening to good music.
If you teach something in a classroom and it's a skill that you expect to be used in daily life, you also have to teach that out in community.
Check it out. Everybody who wants to work with the horses, come in, and if people want to watch, they watch, and if they want to work, they work. And Ian, how are you?
A segment of Passport to Independence is that we were teaching social skills in the afternoon, and about halfway through the program, we choose to kind of compound those skills through common interests.
But I love how you're moving slowly. Would a predator move slowly? No. He would move fast. He would move fast. So what are you telling the horses right now?
You're not a predator.
You are not a predator, exactly.
When it comes to working with animals, you're not met with a person that has been taught to be polite. It's so natural that either the horse stays with you or the horse moves away. When we go back to program and we kind of check in and say, so what did you notice about walking up to a horse straight on really fast? Oh, well, the horse stepped back. Okay, so what happens when you run up to a staff member and start asking questions? Well, they pause and they kind of step back for a second, and you start to bridge those similarities in a place that doesn't have a lot of risk.
Hi. Hi. Okay, so let's talk about horses for a minute. And then you might want to just stand next to him for a second and get him used to your being there. There you go.
We've seen a huge progress in Derek since he started here. He has a lot more patience. He's developing skills to deal with things on his own.
Just to see him come full circle, since he's, from where we started to where he's at, since he's been here in the program, we just can't thank him enough. I mean, it's just, he's comfortable. He's enjoying life. He's
happy.
He's happy. Sky's the limit as far as where we're at now and where we're going to be 5 years down the road. If he continues to make the progress he has since he's been here, it's been just great.
Wow.
You have something on your arm.
Oh, she does too.
Do you both of them?
Yeah, it's a signature.
And what does it mean to have that on there?
Pride. It's
Trying to make me cry. Stop this.
Yeah. It's he's fantastic.
When you meet some of these parents, you don't understand how they could have possibly made it through some of the barriers life has presented to them. When you see how proud they are of their children and how grateful they are for the services that they receive at Becoming Independent, you know you're in the right place. You know you're doing the right thing.
Becoming Independent is celebrating its 50th anniversary and helping people with disabilities lead meaningful and productive lives.